And we have molds, 8 3/4 inches.
You can put some butter on the side, and I will take the biscuits.
Now, there are 2 rounds in here. Do I need both?
No, one.
No. Okay, so I'm going to gently
I
butter.
just need the second one, not to make the cake, but to cut the biscuits.
I see.
If the biscuit is too big, you can cut it.
So that should be about, what, 8 inches?
Perfect.
Okay. I hope you see how we're taking the lady fingers off the paper.
You cut the lady finger in the middle.
Oh, I see.
And we turn them.
So that is your rim around the Charlotte.
And now we can soak.
Oh, so you soak the lady fingers with a simple syrup, flavored with the same Poire William.
But just a little bit, not too much.
Delicious. And so you arrange these with the beautiful round side out and the tops up.
Okay.
Okay, as precise as building a house. Top side down.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you can soak. I will strain the figs.
So we're mixing the figs with the cut pears.
That's right, and
Here's your bavaroise.
I put a little bit of the bavaroise inside.
Like a 1/2 inch.
Yes. We'll put a little bit of the cream.
Yes.
Okay.
This way.
Yes.
So fit it inside the lady finger uprights.
And now we soak.
And must I use all this up? Yes?
Yes.
I think we're going to see a tremendous amount of people having very beautiful, elaborate desserts for their dinner parties with your new book.
Thank you. Okay.
And now a little more. Now remember, all of this bavaroise is going to gel. It's still going to be tender, but it's going to gel in the refrigerator for 2 hours because of the gelatin.
Yes.
So now, to release.
Yes, with the hairdryer.
If you haven't seen this before, it is something that Pierre likes to do. Should I turn it on?
Yes, sure. That's just in case if the butter sticks on the biscuits.
Oh, so you don't pull anything off.
I think it's okay. Wow.
See? Ah, voila.
Wow, wow, wow.
And so now we have some sliced poached pears. Slice the pears lengthwise. I'll just show.
Yes, you can. Sometimes the people cut the pears.
Oh, no.
Straight. That's not good.
Not for this.
We have to keep the nice round form from the pears.
And the same with the figs,
Yes.
lengthwise.
In the book, we try to bring the nice recipe in a very easy way to make.
Yes, there are lots of steps to your recipes, but the steps make sense. Does your decoration ever change from cake to cake?
Always.
It always changes. That's good. It is very beautiful. And here we have, in Pierre Hermé's own words,
Charlotte au poire and fig. It's simple.
it's a beautiful cake. Thank you again, Pierre, for a most wonderful and informative lesson. You are great. Thank you.
Martha.
Today, the question comes from Alexandra Crisafulli in Berkeley, California. She has a question about ginger and ginger root. How does one make crystallized ginger? Is there a different process using very young ginger? Well, this is a great question because crystallized ginger is just one of my favorite little sweets to eat after a dinner. And crystallized ginger is fresh ginger root that has been peeled and sliced, then cooked in a sugar syrup and coated with granulated sugar. It's very easy to make at home. Young ginger is ginger that is harvested after 3 to 4 months. When I was driving around northern India, almost into Sikkim, we saw so much ginger growing on the hillsides. It's not as fibrous as mature ginger, this young ginger. The mature ginger is harvested after about 7 to 10 months. This is a root, remember. Now, you can see the difference. This is a little bit juicier, less fibrous, and a slightly more delicate texture And that's the young, but you can peel this or you can peel the more mature ginger, and you can use either, but young ginger is most often used for pickling and candying, where the mature ginger has that stronger flavor that holds up very well in intense cooking, like in Chinese cooking or any other kind of cuisine. So I have some peeled ginger root here. I'm slicing it into the coins or the discs. And oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you something that's interesting. Ginger root is related very closely to turmeric root, which is this. And when you cut into the turmeric, look at this. Look at the color, unbelievably beautiful. Bright, bright orange. It's a smaller root, the turmeric, and it has a very pungent flavor. It's used mostly dried and ground. And then, of course, we also have cardamom. And cardamom pods, seed pods, are related, the whole plant is related to the ginger and the turmeric. And when you break open a pod of cardamom, you get the little seeds that are what we search for in Indian cooking, these beautiful, very fragrant, pungent seeds. To make the syrup in which the ginger root is cooked and then crystallized, you put 4 cups of water with 1 cup of sugar. And you just bring that to a boil. And after all the sugar is completely dissolved, then you can add your ginger root to that water. Just slip the ginger root discs right down into the water. You can cover it and let it cook, just simmering, for 1.5 hours. And I have some that have already simmered right here. I will remove them from the sugar syrup with this. This is a great little tool for this job, just a little Japanese strainer. And you can drain the slices, keep them separate, drain them on a rack over a dish. You can see that they harden up a little bit when they're cooked in the sugar, and they almost become translucent, very pretty. Let these drip. And before they're completely dry, toss them in granulated sugar. Roll each piece in the sugar, and then put them back on the rack. You'll be very pleased with the result. And don't forget to store them, keep them in a tight, covered container in between pieces of parchment or waxed paper. I'm just going to show you how these toss very nicely in the sugar. And just dry those. They harden up as they dry, and they are delicious. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thanks very much for writing.